Desmond here. Welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
What is the name?
I'm activist McLean Renner.
McLean, it's a pleasure having you. You live on the US-based Focus on Liberia online television. Let me ask you, I'm sure you followed the news some time ago. The President George Manu has suspended 3 top officials of his government following the pronouncement of sanctions that were imposed on those officials. Let me ask you first of all, what do you make of that? Do you think it's welcoming?
Thank you. Before I can elucidate, understand my intercontinental political media to those come at the radical freedom fighter brothers and sisters in the United States. Let me say to all of you, as when I see this slide, I'm grateful, I'm gratified, I'm satisfied, I'm jollified to be interviewed by the veteran behind here. But before we escalate on the national issues on your question, I will first want to show this to our international partners. I flagged an issue yesterday for the 54th national legislature to be audited. Most importantly, the office of Senator Abraham Dawah alone. I repeat, I stressed the issue yesterday calling for the 54th national legislature to be audited. Most importantly, Senator Abraham Dawah alone. The issues have reached across the geopolitical landscape of Republic of Liberia and continue to wallow and fertilize in the air. Today, I was simply saying to you that in fact, the guys in the diaspora need to start following McLean. If you are winning this, go on social media
McLean, let's get to the issue, please. Let's get to the issue.
Get to the real issue.
Thank you.
Thank you. In my press conference yesterday, I just sent my deepest thanks and appreciation to the U.S. government vis-a-vis Double M. I love to call him Double M because he is Ambassador Malcolm McCarthy, who is accredited to the Republic of Liberia. Mind you, when a session is being flagged on an individual, a lab for that individual to go to the FOC to clear his name for honor session. But interestingly, they will look at the 3 individuals that was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department a few days ago. In a paper-plate discussion, I will talk on one at a time. The first one I love to talk on is Nathaniel McGill. Nathaniel McGill is one of Liberia's finest sons who are desecrated Barbados County. I repeat, Nathaniel McGill is one of Liberia's finest sons who are desecrated Barbados County.
McLean,
yes?
McLean, I'm asking you to tell me whether the president's decision to have suspended the 3 top officials of his government was timely. That's one. 2, if the president should reappoint to those positions, who are those you think would be best suited to fill in the gap if the president should reappoint?
Thank you. First of all, you should understand that in fact the session is welcomeable by every Liberian. And let me say this to you. The president did the rightful thing in the interest of Liberia. I gave you a flashback to what happened underneath our former president Adrian Sali. When the Sabo money case came about, you saw Adrian Sali, they constituted an investigation committee that was head by the current deputy speaker now, Fanatic Kofa. It was Fanatic Kofa who had the Biba 1 and Biba 2 committee. You can say to me that in fact, the president at no point in time never made a rubber decision. The president did a rubber decision by suspending those 3 guys and sending them for investigation. And let me say that to you, if the president is to appoint,
the American government and that of the Liberian government on the issue of sanctions We understand that sanction is intended to restrict the behavior or the attitude of certain individuals or government. America imposes sanction on 3 individuals of the
All right, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to every one of you guys. This is Jay Randy here, and thank you guys so much for taking your time out to come and join me here. Again, it's another beautiful day. Let me say hi there to Noble Kid. Been a very long time. I haven't seen you, heard from you, but thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. It's another exciting night. We are still trying to adjust ourselves to our time, so please bear with us. But it is election season. Yeah, a lot of things is taking place in the country. We are watching here with our eagle eyes, and we are not going to sit silently, or we're not going to be quiet. We're going to make sure we let you guys know about what is happening in the country. So if you are just joining me here on the platform for the first time, I would like to say hi to every one of you guys. And tonight we are going to be looking at very important things. Please grab your pen and paper, because what I'm about to tell you tonight is going to be something that you remember for the rest of the history of this election. Tonight, I am going to tell you who going to support who in the second round. I'm definitely sure that CDC cannot win one round victory. I've seen the math, I've seen the calculation. So the election is eventually going to go in the second round. And in the second round, I'm going to tell you tonight who are those that are going to be supporting George Weah and who are those that are going to be supporting Joseph Boycott. That is what I'm going to be telling you here. I'm not going to waste my time. Those of you will be here, you will get to see it, and you get to remember what I'm saying to you guys tonight. For me, I'm not here to convince you beyond. No, I'm only here to give you information. All right? So share the video there, invite your friends, and let's start a conversation. Many people are unhappy because I'm not taking any side this election, and I know why. Let me tell you why. You see, if you understand the fundamentals of what I keep saying on the show, that our country, as far as the destination of our country goes, as far as the future of every human being in our country who are locally living in our country, I'm not talking about you guys. You guys and myself that are out here, we might be indirectly impacted by some means, but those who are directly impacted are those on the ground. And here is what they are risking their future against. In our country, we have the political class and we have the common class. And I told you guys several times here that the common class is made of the general population of the people in the country, whereas the political class is made out of the political leaders and those who are closer to them. So here's what happened here. You see, my friends, since 1989, the current generation today, they have lost the vision that should have been given to them. They didn't even inherit the vision, but they lost that vision. And because they lost that vision, they are heading in a direction that they do not understand, and they will never understand. It will just be mistake and mistake and mistake over time, and their children will come and inherit a mistake. And depending on how their life has been planned, they will remain in our country. And some of them will be born in poverty and they will die in poverty. Don't take my word for it. I'm just here to tell you what I want you to understand. That there is a political class and there is a common class. Majority of people in the common class, they try to live on less than $1 a day and they cannot get it. Majority of people in the common class do not have, or let's just say the common class, do not have a 15 bank account. They don't have a bank account. If anything happens to them tonight, they got no bank account. They got nowhere to fall. Absolutely. They got nowhere to fall. So what do? All we do have to do here is to come and tell you guys the truth. It's to come and tell you guys the truth. People will not believe in what we say here, but that's the truth. That is the truth. And we are going to review some of the truth for you guys here tonight. All right? So before we get into that, let me play some more video here because it's getting too hot in here. It can get very high, very cool. So please share the video. Let me say hi there to Moyo and every one of you guys. So let's continue playing the guy video. All right. Let's continue playing the guy video. Let me go turn my air cool unit on. All right. Because it can get freaking cool in here. Excuse for my French. So listen to this guy. I'll be right back, folks.
Government, you cannot use that as a sanction being placed on the Liberian government. That is why America was clear by saying that the sanction that they are imposed is only targeting 3 individuals, or those individuals that were identified. Now, those guys, the 3 individuals who have been placed on American sanction, you know, when sanction come out and the American government says Liberia has been placed on sanction, that is America instruct for outlaw.
How do you see the sanction? Do you think it's welcoming? And what do you make of the president's decision to have suspended those 3 officials that were sanctioned?
It's welcoming. That is why sanction is intended to control the behaviors of certain people on the basis of corruption.
All right, so guys, I'm back, and sorry for that. I just adjusted the air cool. Matter of fact, I just turned it on. So I am back, and I am back to join this gentleman here. So as I was saying, folks, again, welcome. We are here to give you some important information as you look forward to this year election. There are a lot of things that are happening, but we just want to give you guys a snapshot of what we believe are things that you need to understand. All right. So we've been in the Liberian politics for a very long time, and we clearly understand what is happening. If you only understand what I'm telling you, that our system of governance, the future of our country, every child that you talk to, every young man you talk to in our country, their future lies in the hands of the political class. And the political class itself understands that they are the one that controlling the decision. You see, when the 1989 war came, my generation, we were in the senior class. We were supposed to be the one passing down our knowledge to the incoming generation of the 1990s. Yes, and to the 2000. But because the war came and destroyed that connection, it created a diversity of different generations in the country today. And most of the generation of people who live in our country today, majority of them are not maturely aware of the past. They don't understand. You see, since 2005, when Ellen won the election, when Taylor won the election, I believe in 1997, when we started having election and started having different political party, you have every member of the opposition, of the common class, they find themselves in different political party, right? I want you to agree with me on this, all right? Because you will know that many of our young people, in fact, many of the common class of people, they are part of the different political parties, right? But what they don't understand, whether you belong to the Unity Party, whether you belong to the CDC, whether you belong to ALP, ANC, as a community or population of people that live in a common class, whatever you do, who win the election, that person is coming from where? The political class. So whatever you do, whether you're fighting hard against CDC, you're fighting hard against ANC, you're fighting hard against Unity Party, whoever wins is coming from the political class. And the political class are those who are in government. They don't suffer, they don't catch hard time. Their children benefit. How often do you see people from the common class? Have you ever seen people from the political class trying to fight on behalf of the people from the common class? I got a video coming out that will prove that. So no matter what you do today, whether you're wearing the red beret, you're wearing the green t-shirt, you're wearing whatever it is, I just want you to understand that whoever wins is part of the political class. The men who out there saying, I'm a die sedition, I'm a die ANC, I'm a die Unity Party. You are doing everything for the guy who belongs to the political class. It's not for your class. It's not for your class. It is not for your class. And that is why many people don't want to understand. That's why many people don't want to hear. It's not for you. It's not for you. Today, somebody sent me a photo of TDI Ure going and meeting imams and stuff like that. How many of you guys in the common class can do that? And you'll be giving some type of what? Some type of spotlight. How many of you guys will be doing that? How many people from the common class today will go to the community and say, oh yeah, John Brown is meeting these people? No, because TDI Ure belong to the political class. So no matter what Liberians are doing in the country, they are essentially supporting the political class. But what are they getting in return? What are they getting in return? What are they getting in return? Now, let me get into some specific here. Because the revelation I'm about to give you is not a detailed revelation. It's just a snapshot. And then we'll get into our real video here tonight. That will prove that the common class will continue to support the political class. So no matter what you see the guys are doing in the country over there, they are essentially fighting for the people to live a political life that they will never live. Why? Because they are not even discussing the issue. Any people, group of people, member of a political party, where their leaders are not discussing the issue that are relevant to the people. Whatever you do, you stay on long line, you campaign, you call somebody here, you do everything here, you are only doing everything in the interest of the political class. It's not your class. It's not your class. So guys, you go ahead and share the video. All right. We are building a platform here that will go beyond the election. Because after the election here, by next year, by God grace, Liberia will be crying again and we'll come back and say, gentlemen, what did we tell the people? We told the people that they were just doing everything to keep the political class out there. Here they are again complaining. What should we do now? Because there will be a lot of excuses that will be coming up. Excuses upon excuses will be coming up. All right? Excuses upon excuses will be coming up. So let me just show you, ask you this question here, right? I would like to ask this question here. Anybody on here, I want you to please give me a list of all those who are panelists on the closing argument. I want you to provide that data for me so I can give you a clear analysis of what I'm about to tell you. So get on your phone right now. Give me the list of all those who are on the closing argument show. Get ready, folks. I'm starting again. I am starting again. My boy Moyu, I know you down there. This is another revelation again. So let's get to let me remove this. Let's get to that. All right. Give me the list of all those who are on the closing argument. I want to see that list because when I'm about to release what I'm about to say, this video is also on YouTube. Yes, it is on YouTube. 65% of our young people in our country, they are youth. And if you take 65% of 5 million people, you are looking at, I believe, over 350,000 young people in our country. Over 350,000 young people in our country. Over 350,000 young people in our country. And majority of them are not politically informed. They are not academically strong. So they are being used. But in order for us to not force them to drink at the waterside, we have to let them know that this is the way that you should have taken. So guys, let me say this. If you have the names of all those who are on the closing argument show, please list that name for me, please. Please list that name. List the name for me. Let's get into this thing here because we got a big video coming up and then we want to discuss it. So please give me no name. And in the meantime, share the video as well. So I'm going to be looking. I see my boss P.I. is here, ladies and gentlemen. And my boss P.I. is here. Let me say a happy belated birthday to P.I. And P.I., my apologies to you. I fucked up in the other one. So guys, when it comes to P.I. birthday, I fucked up. So I'm saying it to myself today on this show tonight. P.I., I fucked up. My apologies. But happy belated birthday. And P.I., guess what? 2065 is waiting for you. you would be the one to be celebrating your birthday in 2065. So yeah, there used to be a guy they called Jay Randy. That guy, you really used to say the shit I'm seeing here today. That guy said everything back in the days. Then you look up in the sky and say, Jay Randy, you are the man. You are the man. All right. So share the video. Are you guys starting the list of the name now? Give me the list of the name of people who are on the closing argument. You see, my show, I like to make my show very interactive. Friday will be taking call because today is our last day. All right, good. Somebody said good. All right. Let me see. Say Kevin Hassan, Termalin George, Jackie. All right, Benson, Peabody. There's another guy on that show too that often come there once in a while. Somebody missed the name. The name are very close here. Yeah, the name is very close. I need one more name. Let me see who come here. There's one more guy that always come here on the show there too. Let me see here. Let's see here. One more name on there. One more name missing on that show. Come on, guys, give me that name. One more name on that platform there too. Yes. One more guy on that platform. Give me that name, folks. Give me that name. Give me that name. Give me that name. All right. One more name on that platform. Come on, guys. Katile, give me that name. Let's say Tobogi, give me that name. One more name on that platform. Hurry up, guys. Hurry up. Hurry up. I love to engage you guys here. So hurry up. Give me that name. One more name on that platform is missing. You want me to give you a screenshot? I will take a screenshot. Let me take a screenshot right now so you can see here. All right. But there's one more name missing on that stuff. So give me the name. Go back again. Tobogi, you're doing well with the names, but you're missing one more name in there. One name missing from in there. One name is missing from in there. Yes, one name is missing from in there. Come on, guys. You guys are better than this. You guys are better than this. Join me, let me history here tonight. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. All right. There's a gentleman that appear on that show. He often comes once in a while. Yes. There's a gentleman on that show that often comes once in a while. All right. There's a gentleman on that show that often comes once in a while. Let's see here. See, all right. Tamani George, Ben Sanvi. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me go to the show and give you guys a reason here. Because you see, what you guys are listening, you just think that's it. You guys are looking with your bare eyes, but you guys are not looking with the forensic eyes. Yes. You guys are not looking with the forensic eyes. And I want to give you the forensic eyes. Yes. I want to give you the forensic eyes. All right. Let me see. Let me look at the closing argument show here. Let me look at the closing argument show so that you guys can see the closing argument. I see all the guys that are here. Yeah. I see the listed people down here. I know these guys. All right. I know the guys, but there are some guys that coming on our show. All right. I want to tell you why they are coming on our show. So let me find the video then here. Let me see. I need to find the video here. Come on, Jay Randy. Let me find the video here. There's a guy from the ANC. I tell you guys know the guy name. There's a guy from the ANC. You know the guy name? There's a guy from the ANC. Okay, Asset Jackson. That's one. Good. Asset Jackson. I'm getting my pen down now. Come on. Yes. And thank you there, my brother, Dave Colley. Asset Jackson. Who is your guy there again? That come once in a while. Asset Jackson. All right. We got Asset Jackson. Who else again that come on the show? There are some guys that come mostly on the show sometimes. Very good there, Tobogi. Duke from the show. Duke from ANC. Good. All right. All right. So I think I will set up with these guys then here for now. All right. Yes. All right. Thank you guys, folks. Let me say this to you guys. The Benjamin Sanvi. All right. Let me just look at my screen here and tell you guys all the guys in here. I'm going to give you guys all the reason, all the guys that are on the show. Let me give you the reason here. Kev Hassan is a broad day light, in the night, moonlight sedition. He's 100% sedition. There's nothing wrong with Kev Hassan. He's 100% sedition. That's why he left Stanton Witherspoon. Benjamin Sanvi is a political union representative. Benjamin Senvi is a political representative union. If you work in this country or other countries where you got union in the workforce, that's who Benjamin Senvi is. In short, we call him a political chameleon. Benjamin Senvi is a political chameleon. He doesn't belong to CDC. He doesn't belong to Liberty Party. He doesn't belong to ANC. But he takes the color of all these parties. Benjamin Senvi has sat with Mr. Cummings, took picture of Mr. Cummings. Why he having connection with Mr. Cummings? Because when you look at Musa Belete, Benjamin Senvi and Musa Belete supported George Weah. So Benjamin Senvi is taking his share with ANC through Musa Belete. Now, when you look at Joel Howard Taylor and Benjamin Senvi together, Benjamin Senvi is coming through the MPP that Charles Taylor, during his time, made Benjamin Senvi the youth chairman of the MPP. So when it comes to CDC, into Benjamin Senvi eyes, is through Joel Howard Taylor. Right? Now, when you look at Unity Party, you see DeLon, you see Nnamdi Kanga. That's the Liberty Party. Former chairman, corrupt Benjamin Senvi, is in there. So you see how Benjamin Senvi has triangulated himself? That is why I call him a union political crook. Because no matter what party wins, Benjamin Senvi will still find himself in the political class. You will still find himself in the political class. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. But you will see that every political leader in that country, Benjamin Senvi got a connection with them. Until the people of Liberia reach the age of reasoning, that whatever they're doing today, sitting down on maybe Stanton Witherspoon show, closing argument, or any other show, you guys are only fighting to keep the guys in power, and they're not going to do anything for you guys. Right? Now, Peabody, I'm not going to verify Peabody here. All right? I'm not going to verify Peabody here. Terminal George is just a guy with two faces. But let me tell you guys one thing. The guy who called the guy named Duke. Duke supported Joseph Boyka, but he had joined ANC. Do you think it is by mistake that Duke is coming on the closing argument that broke away from Stanton Witherspoon? When the election go to the second round, Mr. Cummings is going to support CDC. But they don't want to show you guys a big picture. So what they do, Duke is like the rat that eat your foot. Then blow it. When you get in the money, say, look at my heat, the rat in my heat. That is what Duke is doing now. I'm giving you guys a revelation now. Don't believe me. Please don't believe me. Please do not believe me. Don't believe me. Say, J. Randy, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't believe me. But those who know who J. Randy is, please just keep the video. Time will come. Duke is coming little by little. He has been sent to be on a platform to start representing. There are other people in the ANC that don't understand what is happening. Only a few people now know. They still running the ANC show pretending like Cummings is going to win any election. No, Cummings is not going to win any election at all. Cummings is only running to what? To make himself popular. Because after George Weah leave office, Cummings, when George Weah win the second election, don't be surprised if you start seeing some ANC member in the Weah administration. Do not be surprised. It's not going to be about the coalition. No, it's already starting now. It's already starting now. The closing argument is wholly and solely in support of President George Weah. No doubt about that. It's wholly and solely. Anyone who come on our show, whether they are guests, they are supporting Mr. Weah. So Duke Asa Jackson, who are a strong Unity Party member, Deputy Minister like Eugene Fagon, there's only wrong with all the Deputy Information Minister, they fucked up. Asa Jackson, who we used to wash him up on CDC, today now is there defending them. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just want you to understand that the political class in our country will always be the one to determine the future of any Liberian from the lower class. The only way, when you get out of that country, you find yourself somewhere else. That is why the election, you see the battle between the common class of people. They chopping each other ear up. When like you ever saw a political leader from the political class fighting the other guy from the political class? No. These guys know very well that they are part of the privileged class, and they just got people on the ground and fighting them. I mean, fighting among themselves. That's what they're doing. Don't take my word for it, folks. Do all people of lately, do you see people criticizing comments too much? Whether it comes from the CDC side or from the ANC side? No, they are not criticizing each other that much, because they have been instructed now to tune down the voice and only focus on small things to rally the base, keep the base alive. That's what's going on. But eventually, Comey is going to support Mr. Weir. I said that thing before, but I'm trying to give you a little picture now. When you see Duke coming on that show once in a while, they are trying to play the wetting and the blowing, and they will play very well. There are times they will kind of say, oh, we are there, we are that. But when the election go to the second round, they will come right back to the people and say, look, we are in the second round. We need people to get us support. To give us support, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why I make Jay Randy the political analyst here. That's why people are afraid to bring me on their platform. But what we'll do here for you guys, we give you guys the future news in the present. What am I saying again? We'll give you guys the future news in the present. You see, one of the reasons why Costa today is struggling, because Tida Ure is already being led by the sedition. Bernard Ure is already being led by the sedition. One of the reasons why sedition are still skeptical about Costa, because Costa have been very loud in insulting the president. And this time around, the sedition, they are saying to George Weah and all the CDC high up, this guy insulted you. And there are other sedition out there that you are not made peace with. If for any reason you bring the guy on board, we will not vote for you. That's why today you see Costa has not really launched himself yet. Because there is a tussle between the sedition now, who have been disenchanted, and Costa. He already declared his discontinuity from Boca, right? But how come Costa cannot come? Because sedition in the current age now have understood the truth now and said, no, you are giving the guy too many chances, but he has been very disrespectful to you now. So it's only going to be the sedition now that will say, we want Costa. There are few people who have been connected to the political class of people that try to be promoting Costa, but there are strong guys, some guys that say they're not going to work this time around. So Costa now a trap between the learning and still being suspended in the air. So it's going to be very difficult. Because remember, the common class comprised of so many people who are in the struggle. So you can bring somebody who is part of the common class but live in the diaspora and I got connection with the upper class. So Costa is stuck. But take it from me tonight. There will be more people coming on the closing argument from the ANC when the election go to the second round. But in the meantime, the guy they call Duke is the one who they sending over there small now. He's like the first alien now going over there. All right? The Alien National Congress. That's who he is now. All right? The ANC, the Alien National Congress. That's who he is now. He's the first alien now going to that platform. Keep this video for tonight. For the rest of the time until election time. The second round, you'll get to see it. It's something that they are not happy about, but the truth must be told. That the common class, no matter which party you belong to, you are all going to be the loser. Especially when you live in Liberia. So no need of you chopping somebody ear off. No need of you throwing blow. Because whoever wins, the political class will benefit and you will not get what you are expecting to get. That is the common expectation of the political party in our country. That's why it is. That's what it is, folks. That's why it is. I'm going to here to tell you guys. Yes, I'm going to here to tell you guys. All right? Somebody said, J. Randy, I'm still waiting my video. You said you will share. Man, Moses, man, I can share a video, Moses. Moses, you need to be that Peter. Moses, you need to be that Peter. You need to go in the corner and cry for yourself. Yes. Because you see me here today, it's the same J. Randy that you met in 2018 when I was criticizing Western God Finley, when I was criticizing George Weah. You are like these people that are here today. But guess what? You have betrayed the struggle. The struggle that I believe in. You betrayed the struggle. You betrayed the struggle. Today, you don't see the wrong. But when I was in the position I still am today, you're acting that you don't see the wrong. You know, there's something they posted the time we tell Moses, the time has come now for me to know that not everybody that come to you and say, hooray, 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 is actually a true person. To be honest with you, when I used to talk to you, you used to be one of those that used to give me that zeal to say what I was saying to George Weah. Because I felt that you was a young guy that has seen what it means to be transparent. But boy, man, you proved me wrong. You proved me wrong. So you can talk about any video you want. It's on my page. It's still there. Go there, find your video. You can post it yourself. But as far as it go down, when American man say I have to wash your bike, or you have to wash my bike, or wash your bike, I'm not going to discourage every Liberian here. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be very, very mindful of how I work around Liberians. But to be honest, you have disappointed me. Yes. All right? You have disappointed me. So that's all I would say, Moses. Good luck with what you're doing. Yeah, good luck with what you're doing. You decide to make up your mind to do that. But I'm just letting you know that the CJ Randy who are criticizing George Weah, whether he did right, the wrong, what we said during our campaign, Tunis and myself, I'm still going by what I said that time. I'm still going by what I said that time. Today, I will praise the president when he does the right thing. When he goes out of the way, I will always come here. But there's nothing that I will do. Your video conversation between you and I is out there. It's called video record. And that's one of the reasons why Boca is catching hard on today, folks. Boca got record of him saying things that support Ellen Johnson. There are several newspapers out there that show that Boca said it's squander a lot of opportunities. That's another record. There are written statements, there are video of other people who saw Boca and still say Boca helped to destroy the past and he cannot be part of the future. So you see, video records, media print records, and other individual in-person records are all against Joe Boca. So my man Moses, anything you say here, you are liberty to say that. We will still be friends, all right? We'll still be friends. I love you, but when it comes to what is in the interest of the Liberian people, to be honest with you, I cannot trust you on that one. Yes. Yes, I can be your friend today. We can sit down, we can laugh, I can trust you. I can leave my battle with you and say, Moses, I'm going to use the bathroom. You will not do anything to me that will harm me. But when it comes to the Liberian people, I will not have that confidence in you again anymore. I will always be looking like this because you might switch the pen. Because what I stood for, you know what it means to criticize George Weah right after election? Because I knew what was going on, what was unfolding. The very question got feeling on my platform that you, Moses, came and were discussing. He just came from early government and you were in the Weah government, and I was not happy with what Weah was doing. And he said, yeah, J. Randy, I agree with you. The same person got feeling man stood right there and looked in the face of comments that you support today and said, I'm going to embrace you. And nothing came from your mouth. If there's nothing else I can tell the Liberian people, but at least those who are in today general election campaign mode, they know that Western Gafini came from that side and came to your party. And there's nothing that was said about you. You see, one thing I would say, Mr. Alexander Cummings understand who I am, Moses. He understand who I am. There are things that he told me about all politicians I'm not going to say here. But he knows, and I know. But that's not the topic for tonight. I just want to let you know, Moses, that we are all Liberians. But the privilege that God has given us in the country, I'm not going to compromise that based on my political connection with people. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to commit myself to supporting the wrong because I have reached the age of reasoning. I'm not going to allow myself to be manipulated like that. I could have stuck with the ANC. ANC people are people who have money. If I ask them for $5, they will give me $50. But that's not something that I was committing myself to. I wanted to speak the truth. And you know, the truth in Liberia is very scarce because many people are not trained to the truth. All right, so guys, let's get back. So you got the information. The ANC will eventually support the CDC. It's coming now. I just want you to keep your eyes on it. It's going to happen. And it will give you some type of excuse. But I just want to get that out of the way. Now, let's come back to the election here. I'm seeing a lot of attack on Facebook among the different political partisans. And the attack is not on the issue. It's not debating the issue. And that is worrying me a lot. That is worrying me a lot. All right? That is worrying me a lot. It's worrying me a lot. Because in this age, and as we forge ahead to 2030, Liberians are yet to understand that politics is not about attacks. Politics is about discussing the issue. Because the politics of every political party will eventually, especially when a party wins, focus on policy. Until Liberians engage themselves into discussing the issue, we will not go nowhere. I'm yet to hear from the other candidates, except for the president, who is out there discussing his progress that he has made over the past 6 years. I'm still waiting to hear from the other two candidates. What are they going to do for the people of Liberia? What have they identified? How are they going to provide solution? What are the direction? They are not disseminating these things out there. And as a result, their own people who support them, they got nothing to discuss but to be attacking each other. But I have a gentleman here today, all right? And thank God to the person that sent me the video. Politics is about looking at the challenges in the country that have been affecting the lives of the people in the country. Whether you are a representative, senator, or president, you need to look at those challenges. And for you guys who are on the big platforms, I don't know what to tell you guys, but the politics, especially when it comes to general election, it's not just about presidential election. There are many things at risk today. Because after 6 years, those things will not come back so easily when you get somebody in there for 6 years or for 9 years. I'm not hearing from Liberians having conversations to say, look, this election, I'm going to be voting on reducing the term of these guys in office, man. I'm not hearing Liberians saying that. And I'm not hearing Liberians saying, look, 6 years in office, these guys are gaining more wealth than giving back to the community. Is it possible for us to at least bring them down to 4 years? Let's have the conversation, folks. Well, gentlemen, the people of District Number 17, the president went there today, and the people are telling all the aspiring then that they want 4 years for representative. or 3 years for representative, and they want 4 years for the senators. Because it's taking too much long time. Nobody bringing that discussion up. Everybody only focus on what? The executive branch. But they know that these guys are drawing heavy because the legislative branch, they are taking almost 75% of the budget. But when you look at what they're taking that budget for, it's far more less than what they're getting it for. And nobody coming to talk about, yes, guys, I think we need to focus on how to reduce the guiding term in office. Nobody. So then what will make some of us very hopeful? You see, Liberians, there are people in the world we call people with exquisite vision. Some people call it tunnel vision. You see, some of us out here, we are Liberians with that tunnel vision. We can see things and we start to discuss it. But the vast majority of the other Liberians who are part of the political, the common class, and they are in majority, and they are young people, they are yet to see that tunnel vision, that exquisite vision, that forensic vision, to see what some of us are talking here. So I look at what they are talking about. Well, dog, you are 20 years old, you put somebody in office for 9 years. By the time you turn 29 years old, that person has gone, what? 9 years in office. What has that person done for you? But when you look at that person's wealth that he has accumulated over time, you lose. Only in the 8th year of that person's turn, that when they will start getting serious, oh, German, I need to take care of some stuff around here for the Liberian people. Why? Because I got 1 more year to run. In order to get a job done, you need to think about other things in the country. It's not just the presidential election. But nobody teaching the guy this thing. So these senators that were high under the shadow of the general election, the presidential election, and they will never be brought as part of a political decision for Liberian to make. You see, when they come here, as soon as you're talking, oh, what am I talking about? Man, I can't go here. Go on all the different platforms. These are things we call the hot button issue that is affecting the country. Every year, all you see senator and lawmaker doing, they just building road to nowhere. They building school to no achievement. They facing community to no achievement. And nobody there even thinking about reducing the guiding term in office. They never created jobs. Give me one representative or senator that have come out and said, I'm advocating for jobs. They take money from the budget and they want to go out there and be the social worker or the social decision authority for the Liberian people. And you're giving them 6 years and 9 years. And nobody talking about it right now. Have you heard anybody talking about those things? About reducing the term of the lawmakers? Which community right now that the president has visited? That Kewo Gongo, Boka will visit? Which platform the president will speak or some kind of guest come? Or even a representative will come and say, look, gentlemen, the thing is getting too bad off now, man. We need to reduce our term here. Have you had that conversation before? Has anybody struck that conversation with you? You know what it means to take 9 years out of your life? Because that's what they got to do to the future of the country. And guess who they are? They are part of the political class. They are not part of the common class. They are part of the political class. So no matter what you do, you elect the guys in the political class for 6 years, for 9 years. What do you get in return? Nothing. You lose everything. That's what you do. Let's listen here now, folks. Let's hit the real issue here now. Let's hit the real issue here. I want you to listen to the gentleman here.
Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow Cape Mountainians, be it in Liberia or in the diaspora, my name is Victor Ballo, a proud son of Grand Cape Mount County. As you all know, Cape Mount is noted to be one of the richest counties in the Republic of Liberia. Currently, the gold, the highest deposit of gold in West Africa is situated in Grand Cape Mount County. It is because of this You have a multi-billion-dollar company that is mining within the county. But sadly, it will interest you to note that this company is giving nothing much to the entire county. Can you imagine? You have a company that is extorting over $528 million every year. Every week, the company generates not less than $11 million worth of gold. Just think about it.
Now, folks, do you think that thing can happen in China? Do you think that thing can happen in Ghana? Do you think that thing can happen in South Africa? Do you think it can happen in Rwanda? Only Liberia and few countries. This is where the problem lies. This is where the problem lies. It's not about the presidential election. It's not about this. You and I that live in America here. Some of you guys that live in Texas. Texas don't have state taxes. Oklahoma do not have state tax. Why you think? Because they are oil generating states. So there's no need for them to take taxes from you because they got abundance of revenue. You heard the man? He's from Kipma. You heard the man giving you statistics about the gold that the people take every year, the amount they're getting. But who today in any community will come and raise that issue up? Because the political class of people who have been elected from that Kipma, they are giving them 6 years, 9 years. And when they go in there, they sign any concession. They are there for 9 years. They are there for 6 years. Whatever they think the people deserve, not what they think the people need, they give it to them. And they're in there, they're talking. Who is now running for senator position will come and say, look, Victor, I hear you. We got to do something about this. Nobody. Do you see any hope in Victor himself? No. Do you see any hope in his children's future? No. This guy right here. Do you see any hope in him for any future? No. Do you see any hope in his children? No. He's not going to get no hope. Because by the time the people finish exploiting that area, kind of remind me of Lanko Yikipa, nothing will be left. But they get government officials who are from those counties. Nobody there to revisit what Victor is saying. Nobody. And this is where J. Randy comes in. And we tell you that country will not be better until 2065. It will not be better until 2065. So that is the Victor more.
Times 11 million by 4 weeks, that's 44 million. And if you times that 44 million by 12 months, that's $528 million. Now they are looking at the entire county, giving the entire county $200,000.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You take all that million, look at the calculation, and don't overlook Victor. Victor is part of the institutional knowledge of people in that county who is very vast and seeing his county resources coming out of their place. You know why the women cannot get tired going to Africa? Because they know they are wealth in our country. What Victor is explaining right now? There were people who were saying nothing during the Firestone days. There were some Liberians that were saying nothing when Firestone operating in Margibi. They used to call it Gibi territory. What Victor is saying right now, folks, there were people who were saying nothing about Margibi and Firestone. Did anybody listen? When you look at Margibi today, what do you see in Margibi County? Generation of a failed county with nothing to show for. Today, Victor is talking about Kipma. And who's listening right now? Nobody. By the time we reach 2065, Kipma will be underdeveloped. Somebody will come and say, but what happened to Kipma? My friend, we are not ready to make any improvement in our country. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But nobody is talking these things. Do you think if I were in a very developed country, people will be bringing union together? Representative will come and say, look, if you elect us in this position, we'll get ready, guys, pour in there, and then we'll start to fight. But Victor, my brother, you are on your own. You are on your own, Victor. If I look at Victor right now, I say, Victor, my brother, you are on your own. You are on your own. You will talk from now to Judgment Day. Your representative will not do anything for you, my friend. Let's listen to Victor Mo.
An amount that is so much infinitesimal, an amount that cannot even be accepted by those who are mining in our county. Just imagine, recently, I did a research on the prices of gold and iron ore. The price of iron ore in the world on the world market is around $114.05. Now, if you look at the price of gold, it's around 1,917 United States dollars. That's the price of gold on the world market. A gram of gold is around 61 United States dollars. Now, we have ArcelorMittal that is operating in Nima County. ArcelorMittal is giving Nima County $1.5 million as social development fund every year. You have Bear Mountain here giving Grand Cape Mount how much? 200,000 when they are generating $500 million every year.
You see the difference right there, folks? You see the difference? Let me tell you the difference. You may not let Prince Johnson, well, Prince Johnson is a former rebel warlord. He saw what Taylor gained out of the mineral of iron ore. He saw it. So when he went in there, he negotiated at his highest price. That is the advantage that Prince Johnson brings when it comes to the Nima County political football game. Because Prince Johnson will say, I will negotiate for the highest bid. Whether it was Ellington, Prince Johnson make sure that what the guy is talking about, they got it. Those who were next to Prince Johnson, Banga Bonkande, they saw it, they said, okay, my man, ArcelorMittal, you got to do more. Gold is a treasure. Let me tell you this. During World War II and World War I, especially World War I, the United States, they were setting arms to the Europeans that were fighting against Adolf Hitler. You know what the Americans were asking for? They were not asking for cash. They were asking for gold. They were asking for gold. Gold cannot be depleted. How many of you guys watched the movie they called Die Hard by Bruce Willis? Especially Die Hard 2, the one he acted with Samuel Jackson. The Federal Reserve is nothing but a bunch of gold in there. And you got your country where your lawmakers sitting out over there and people taking those treasures and giving people pin out of it. And nobody seeing anything. My friend, some of us will tell you in the country we die for nothing. We die. Because the suffering in our country is going to trickle down to generation to come. And do you think anybody care to talk about this thing? No. Even they got about the political class, they got us up in the political class. By the time they go to my man, let it yell. How many times have we not seen people giving people lating? But when you ask them about their retirement fund, if you ask them about how much do they have in the account of their personal bank account to support their children, nothing. They're only enjoying today. So the issue in the country as it relates to election, from my eyes and what I see on Facebook, for social media, the people are not discussing the issue. They are only attacking each other. All because they have been put together through the political class by establishing different political parties, and they put them together and they just fighting about themselves. That's what they're doing. And they are fighting to get the same guys who are putting the country down in a very poor situation. Those are the same people they're fighting for. Burger people fighting there. Common people fighting. CDC fighting. And the political class will just looking at them and say, yes, you go ahead and fight. Or one of all get elected will all enjoy the country. Your power will just get your peanut money. That's what the guys are doing to the people. That vision, that exclusive vision, is yet to be among the young people in the country. It's not there, folks. It's not there. Yeah, it's not there. So let's listen to the guy one more, and then we'll be out of here.
ArcelorMittal did not only just stop there. ArcelorMittal is also giving the people of Bond County, just for that train track to pass through Bond County to go to Nima, to Basso, to Grand Basso County. they are giving the people of Bassa County $500,000 every year. Bassa, that is serving as a transit point, they are giving Grand Bassa County up to $1 million United States dollars as part of the company's own contribution towards the Social Development Fund. Now, Grand Cape Mount, that is producing the highest and most expensive resources, which is gold, mineral.
You're right.
Next to gold.
Yeah.
Grand Cape Mount County that is producing that in the entire West African region. I said just western region of Liberia, but the entire West Africa is only being given $200,000 every year.
200,000.
Come to think about this, what our generation will show tomorrow
There's nothing.
if
Nothing.
they go through it, because mineral resources are depletable resources. They can finish. We should be able to show something. Currently, the company is doing extremely well for the people of Gola-Koné district, but they have refused to assist other districts.
Because of the
And the reason why they are assisting those districts, Gola-Koné district, because the people of Gola-Koné raise serious noise that the company cannot be situated in their district and they're not benefiting directly. So they are giving.
So guys, we'll just stop it there because it's very sorrowful. You can see your brothers and sisters die in poverty. Where Victor live is not where Kev Hassan live. It's not where Terminal George live. It's not where Akaras Gray live. It's not where all the guys in are talking for the different political parties. They don't experience what the guys are experiencing. They don't care. They are only about their pockets. They're not going to sit down here and say, oh yeah, J. Randy, I think on our platform we need to be bringing the kind of conversation so that the political aspirant will look at the kind of situation and say, but how do we bring about equity, royalty for the people? You're giving somebody $200,000 a year, but you're taking over $1 million of the people's natural wealth. Just give somebody one nugget of gold. All right? One single nugget of gold. That look like a rest bread. So go sell it. You know what that person will get? And the entire county social development fund, after taking millions of dollars. You know why that is happening? Because the people they elected there for 6 and 9 years, when they sign no concessions, there's something they call the upfront fees. They took the upfront fee and share it among themselves. Sandro Johnson and all of them were part of it. And the same people coming back in the line and want to come by a labyrinth behind them. People have lack of vision. Lack of vision. A country that lacks vision, the people perish. The lawmakers then has represented the people in the different counties and seen their natural resources. All that oil black thing you're talking about, they did like brother discover oil. The generation that will be rejoicing, the people come and tell and say, look, you ain't got nothing yet, because anyhow already pre-mortgage almost all the oil black except for the one on the coastal side of Maryland County. And remember, this is America. And the people can keep their independent declaration. One more about the oil deal they saw in Liberia on the oil blacks. Those children today that they are man pushing it in the car crate today, or the baby stroller today. At the year 2065, when Liberia discover oil, there will be lawyers and coming to Liberia. And so forget it, folks. We got a document here from 2012. President Ellen Johnson said, you got to know, yes. Sure, your former president, yes. When were you born? Oh, I was born in 2030. Oh, you were not born at that time. I must say I was not born at that time. But the paper speak for yourself. And how kind of would take all our natural resources. Because those are all who are around today with a ton of vision, with that exquisite understanding, we are not considered to be anybody important right now. You go on Facebook, you see everybody merrymaking with red beret, with green t-shirt. People look at it. People look at people's life and play with it. They look at a decision that would not be a best decision the young people today, both in the country and outside the country, along with the middle-aged people, you are looking at a critical time, and people are not focused on the issue. They dare the photo, taking picture, they doing this, they doing that. Really? Well, that's why we would like to end the show tonight, folks. But it's interesting. It is interesting. In the course of the people, the struggle will continue. All we ask God for is to be around to see how much suffering. Early 12 years did not change nothing in our country. Whatever we are is doing today, we are yet to measure that if he is re-elected or if he's not re-elected, we're yet to measure that. But as far as the election goes, the people are not about the issue right now. They are about themselves. They are about showing off. You don't find Liberians having conversation whether it's at the Atayi shop. I'm not seeing anybody going to Atayi shop where they will sit and say, look, I mean, the issue of fair pay in this country, the issue of long-term in office, the issue of health care. And nobody trying to give out health care. Nobody talking about health care. Nothing. It's not there. So, guys, thank you so much for the opportunity. This is Jay Randy here. We'll not be here tomorrow. We'll be here by Friday. And we'll be able to take calls again. The few days we have not been able to take calls, but we'll be back here again. All right? Those of you who plan to go to Liberia, after you retire, I hope you got good life insurance, because I cannot guarantee that the poverty that our people might be into, again, I'm using the word might be into, I cannot guarantee whether their poverty life will give you the opportunity to live a better life in our country. If we don't prepare today, when the rain comes or the reign of terror come, you might be caught up in that, because if the society is not educated today, you will be at risk when you go back home. You'll be at serious risk. There's no joke about that. You cannot go from here or from anywhere and go and build a decent home, living good life, and people around you in that community looking at you, and you're not minister, you nobody, but you're a guy who just return home to relax and then live your after hard work life. You will have the guys to deal with in our country. And before I leave, if you ever think the wickedness has left the country, you are joking. Since the war ended, it has been almost 18 or 20 years now. When I look at that picture where someone was brave enough to cut somebody's ear, it tells me that the rebel behavior is still in our country among certain people. Because that kind of act, we saw it was only done to Samuel Kanyando and few people who saw it. But to see again Liberian doing those things, it tells me that the country still got people in there who still are not going to do away with that kind of bad behavior. That is very, very scary. And have you heard anybody speaking about that? Whether that Joseph Boyka, whether that Alexander Cummings, who have come out to say, you know what, we condemn that thing. CDC will investigate it. United Party will investigate it. But it's all done in the interest of the political party. That is a very bad way to go into election. Whatever that took us to war, when behavior like that is repeated, we need to set a tone. You see the police officer there in this country, when they make that 911 call, whether somebody is pooping on the road, you know what all the police can come for? Is to tell you that we are watching. If anything happens, we coming, and we're not coming in small numbers. You have somebody cutting somebody's ear off, and those are things that we experienced in the war days. And nobody's seeing anything about that. Boyka should have been condemning that. Cummings, George Weah, and the entire Liberian community should be condemning that. But people just saw it as a normal thing. That is a problem we have, folks. Until then, I see you guys. Have yourself a blessed day. God bless you guys. Jay Rennie is out of here. Thank you guys for the time. Bye-bye to everyone.